Hey everybody, welcome to the Mud Reviews. Today we are talking about a pretty neat piece of foreign kit, an NFM bear vest. So this is a Norwegian NFM bear vest, and this is the bear vest that is actually made for the G3 variant of the Norwegian weapon systems. So this isn't the 416, the AR variant. This is the 7.62 one. This was an item that I looked after for a very long time. And I managed to actually score one of these while I was living in Spain about 3 years ago. And I was super stoked. It's in Norcam. It's the Norwegian, I don't know the real name for it. I call it Norcam. I know other people do. I don't know the actual designation. But this is the Norwegian Wooland camouflage. And I first saw these in some really cool photos of the Telemark Battalion training in Afghanistan. They were wearing these woodland bear vests with their Norwegian desert camo and with their cool ass G3s. And I thought that was just the bee's knees. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the vest. We're going to go from this direction. We're going to go this direction. And then I'll talk about everything that is actually Norwegian on it, and then the one thing that is not, and we'll just go from there. So, going, like I said, left to right, we've got a really nice GP pouch. It's got a little store and flap on it, and it's got a semi-rigid lid, which I actually think is pretty cool because you can access it really easily. It makes getting in and out of it, getting stuff in and out of it, is really easy and no issue at all. Quite spacious. If you were running nods, or you could use that as a nod pouch or IFAC, whatever. It's a very spacious GP pouch. Little bigger, or right about the same size as a standard medium GP that you would see in the States. One thing I like about all their straps is they've got these little keepers built on, these little plastic keepers, and I think that's pretty cool. So you don't got to worry about loose straps flopping around everywhere. You've got this weird little loop here. I'm not sure what this is for. It's a retainer of some type. I don't know what it's for, though. Someone who knows Norwegian kit might be able to tell me, but I don't. Going over to the next side, you have another GP pouch. It's a little smaller. Vests like this, these ops style vests, routinely have these GP pouches. I know the British ones do, but a lot of the British ones I don't think have these storm collars, at least the ones that I owned didn't. And this is a cool feature that the Norwegian one has, the NFM one, and I like it. So another GP pouch, just a hair smaller than the other one, but still pretty cool. And then coming over, you have what I am assuming is a fragmentation grenade pouch, because it's about the size of a fragmentation grenade. And then you've got your first magazine pouch right here. This is a pull down, snap, and pull to access. And then the mag pouches are pretty neat. I like them because they're slotted and divided. And you know what? I should have done this before I started. So I'm going to pause you guys real quick. And I'm actually going to grab two Airsoft G3 magazines to show you how well they sit in these magazine pouches. And I'm back. So, sorry about that, guys. So, these are Airsoft G3 magazines, and I also brought over a couple SCAR-H magazines and SR25 magazines. So, the G3 mags, what this bear vest was designed for, of course, do fit wonderfully. I like that they are slightly offset, as you could tell. One's just a little higher in the rear, so it's easier to access. That was well thought out, and I like that quite a bit. I'll move over to the next mag pouch. Instead of moving those out, it's just a easy pull down and over. SR25 magazines, being of similar shape and design, they go in beautifully. And they actually even have more of a pronounced difference in height and access, which is kind of cool. And then SCAR Heavy mags Same thing. Easily stored. Pouches close beautifully with the SR25 and the SCAR Heavy mags inside of them, as well as the G3 magazines. Because, I mean, this was a purpose-built piece of gear for these mags. I mean, it's just wonderful. This is a great piece of gear. I just love it. So up top here, we have another small, like, little general purpose e-pouch. Use it for, like, random pieces of kit, whatever you need. Same here. Pretty much identical pouch. Inside here, they both are lined with loop fields to store whatever you need. I'm not sure what they're for, but they're in there and they're useful. Moving along, all the way over here, we have another GP pouch, similar size as the other side, and it's also got the storm flap, as you can see. And then what I have here is I have an NFM dump pouch that I have zip tied to a small little piece of webbing on the side here. Oh, this is kind of cool too. I didn't mention this. The pouches do have the ability to kind of like adjust with some cordage to make them a little quieter. So that's kind of cool. But I do have the NFM dump pouch. It's got a small little grommet on the bottom, a little drain. And I have that zip tied on. And then it actually Velcros shut. So that's a cool little feature. And then I could like just kind of bring it up and use this cordage to keep it out of the way when I don't need it dangling around. And that's kind of neat. I like it. That was included with the vest when I bought it. That's not a normal feature from what I understand, but I do dig it, and I'm glad I got it because it's a great thing to have. On the rear of the vest, actually, before we go to the rear, so it's closed by 3 buckles on the inside, like so, and then we've got. I got that kind of set up just to get it out of the way. It's not how that goes. Go that way. So we've got a holster on the inside here. If you can see that. It's a small holster for like whatever their handgun was. I'm not sure. I think a Glock fits in there. I know a Glock 19 fit in there just fine. Small caliber, 9mm. And then you've got like a lanyard with tie-off point in here. A little D-ring. And then you've got another D-ring down here as well for securing different items too. But then this is a large, basically, map pocket and slash pistol pocket. I have a push light right here that is currently apparently dead. I got to replace that battery. Good to know. And then on the opposite side, we have a large area with some elastic retainers for, I guess, I'm assuming pistol magazine pouches. Or pistol magazine pouches. Pistol magazines. That's about the size. And then you've got another mesh pocket within this pocket for ancillary items, probably like miscellaneous maps or whatever. And then you've got some looks like 1-inch webbing tie downs, or just 1-inch webbing. Oh, that's the webbing from the shoulders. Whoops. You've also got D-rings right here for tie downs, just like the other side, so it's identical. But then you've got an inner belt area all the way across, so you could run a waist belt with it. The shoulders have a loop field here. Not sure why. Then you've got this cordage tie downs. I believe these are like a tube slash cable management. That's kind of what I used them a little bit for back here. And same with the shoulders. And that's what I was using this for here, was a tube management for my hydration. The rear field here has some, like a loop field that's also kind of like a large, like almost like a large PALS webbing field but it's just really big. I'm not sure what this is for, but it's also like feels like loop almost, but it's not quite loop. You've got a very small 1/4 inch loop field near the bottom of the vest. And then the vest is adjusted by this really intricate tie down feature here. And that's how you adjust the sizing. And then you've also got these tri-glide locks. I'm not sure what these are for. I don't know if this is to integrate some sort of pack system into this, but that would be kind of cool to know. So if somebody knows, let me know, because I don't know. It has a hydration sleeve built into the back of the vest. It's a mesh backing. I have a Blackhawk bladder in here right now. That is not Norwegian. That is the only non-Norwegian item that I have on this vest. I just had a brand new Blackhawk hydration bladder laying around, so I threw it in there because it kind of matched the coloration, and why not? So overall, really great piece of foreign kit, really cool piece of kit. One day maybe I'll maybe get around to doing that Telemark Battalion kit, but if not, I'm just glad I own one of these bear vests. I've always wanted one. I think they're fucking cool as hell, and I plan on just doing some sort of weird unknown operator airsoft fun kit with this thing, just because it's really rad. And I like the fact that it's purpose built to hold 7.62 by 51 magazines, so I could use it with an SR-25 or a SCAR Heavy or a G3 or anything in between, FAL, whatever. I now have a rig that is purpose built to carry those magazines and carry all of my extra supplies I would need for any sort of long milsim op that isn't super stringent as far as kit requirements go, as far as being a certain country. As long as it's just a color code, I'm good to go. I hope this was an interesting video. I know these aren't super common, at least here in the US, and I hope some of you out there got to see something you've never seen before. Thank you so much for watching. Get out there, play some airsoft, break out of that US mold, do some cool kits, do some different kits, foreign kits. They deserve love too. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one.